Okay, this video is for my friend Jamie Johnson, who I am currently building a system for. There we go. All right, so focusing in, this is a Cooler Master case. Pretty nice case all around, tempered glass side here as you can see, and this is a smoked see-through front. Two 3.0 USB ports on the front, reset power button, and audio. Please ignore my bird in the background making all that noise. And then we're coming around to the back here. We have all your input ports. Let me go ahead and explain these to you really quick so you understand them. So you have, let's start at the bottom, all your audio, which I'm sure you know, so that's 5.1 surround if you want to go that route, SPDIF, two USB 3.0 ports, two USB 2.0 ports, two RJ45 connections for Ethernet connection for internet, so you can run dual networks. You can also use one as a backup in case one goes bad, which can happen, especially in when you're in a house that has bad electrical. You have an HDMI out and a display port out. You won't use these ports because we have a separate video card for you down here, which I'll explain in a second. You have a USB 3.0 port here and then a USB-A. USB-A is the same as USB 3.0 except that it also will stay on and power anything that's plugged into it, even if the system is shut down, as long as the power supply is turned on. And then these are USB-C, USB-DAC, excuse me, which also does the same thing as this, except this also transports data. This is just a regular USB-C port, Type C. So you mini port, you plug in like your car charger for the newest types of chargers for cell phones. And this is a PS2 port, dual port, so if you want to run mouse and keyboard off of the one thing, you can. And then down here on your video card, we have two DVI, one HDMI, and one display port. You can run 4 monitors total off of this one card. And of course, your power supply is a switchable power supply. You have a quiet mode for when you're recording on the fan. And then you have RGB setting for lights that you can change the modes of lights with as well, which pushes light up into the case through here. I'm going to go ahead and take the side panel off so you can see what the inside looks like. Hold on one second while we do that. I've got these finger tight at the moment, so. My son's in there making all kinds of crazy noise. Forgive me. We're going to take this panel down very gently, lay this off in the back. It's tempered glass, so it shouldn't break very easily, but I guess whoever was shipping it didn't take very good care of it. Anyway, so I still have a bunch of cleanup as far as wiring to do here. We are still waiting on the processor so I can put the CPU and the fan in and the RAM in. RAM is here. This is your primary hard drive, which is your Mushkin. So you can see that. There we go, Mushkin. Triactor, it's a 250 gig drive, which is what we talked about. Your ATI Radeon main video card. You have 1, 2, 3 PCIe slots. The first 2 are 16 time. The third one is 8. You have expandable RAM slots. You're going to be running 16, but on this board you can go up to 64 gigs of RAM if you decide to go up that high later. My favorite part about this board, we'll zoom in here, is this slot right here. So later on, when you decide to upgrade, if you decide to upgrade, this is what I was talking about as far as the M2 drive. This is where we would put that in. It would take the place of your SSD drive here. And the difference is this is 6 gigabits per second. This is 12 gigabits per second, so considerably faster, which, especially when it comes to recording and stuff like that, you might find that eventually you want to move up to that. The only downside is a good M2 drive is going to run you somewhere between $400 and $900, depending upon the size. So definitely wasn't in the budget this time, but next time, if you want to spend some money on it a little bit later, we can always upgrade that. And then you can see down in here, underneath this caging, is your 3 terabyte drive, and I'll show you that from the back panel here in just a second. And what else do I want to show you on this? Oh, and this is amped up. So this is an amped, if you see the amplifier chip there, That is for your audio, onboard audio, which is 5.1 surround. So you can do surround if you want to do surround, which is cool. So coming around to the back here, let me go ahead and show you this really quick. Again, the wiring is going to be a mess back here because I have not had the opportunity to clean everything up. I just wanted to get it put together so that you could see everything kind of coming together. And there we go. Set that off to the side. And coming right in over here, this is your power supply. And this is a fully modular power supply. I don't know if you can see that or not in there. Maybe, maybe not. But can you get in there and see anything in there? Possibly. Oh, well, anyway, there's all in here is different. Each one of these plugs and unplugs directly from the power supply, so you can. Oh, I wonder if I can. Yeah, I can. I can turn the light on. So there. So now you can see inside here. This is a fully modular power supply all the way back. Everything plugs in. And then this is going to be hard to see because of this mess of wire right here, but let me go ahead and get this out of the way. We can go ahead and grab this right here. And this whole drive slides right out. So you can get to and access this drive if you want to. Get to and access this drive. That's your 3 terabyte drive here. And then we have another slot down here to put an additional drive later if you want to go that route as well. That's pretty much it. We have additional expansion back here. If you want to lay some additional SSD drives in here, we can do that. There's all kinds of crazy stuff. So one of the things I pride myself on with building a system is allowing plenty of room for expansion for the system, and I kind of try to future-proof them all. So you've got plenty of room for upgradability in the system, regardless of how you approach it.